World Sports. Just gonna make sure stream's coming through all right. We'll get rolling here shortly. Looks like we've got a picture. See if you all can hear me out there. Seems a little quiet. How about now? All right. So it seems like we're coming through loud and clear. If you want, feel free to interact in the chat. That should be coming through on Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook. So you won't be able to see everybody's chats in the individual chat, but if you look on the screen, you should be able to see them coming through from all three platforms. What's up, Ed? Good to see you in the chat. Get this scooched over a little. All right, so it's 9, so we'll get started here. Hey, Angelo. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. Hey, Derek. Good to see you, man. So our agenda so far tonight looks like we've got a pre-war mixer break up first, an 86 Topps football pack. Now, if you're interested, we've still got 5 spots left in the 79 Topps baseball pack. It's the PSA 8 pack. Should be good fun. If you're interested in that, go ahead, hop in. And hey, Paul. Yeah, this one should be great. But yeah, if we sell those last 5 spots before we finish up the 86 Topps football pack, we'll go ahead and break this one tonight too. I got it all set up except for the spreadsheet, but that won't take long with 12 spots. So, all right. Oh, Paul, dude, I the group might go into open rebellion. You had such a hot break last time. If you landed the Ruth, but crazier things have happened actually. So we'll just have to see how they fall. Just have to see how they fall. So we'll start the recording here. So up first we got our pre-war mixer break. Oops, and also we've got eBay auctions on modern basketball if you're into that sort of thing. But there are 90 cards in this break. We sold 89 spots, gave one away. Every spot gets a card. They're about half and half on graded versus raw. I actually didn't count them, but you can see, so this checklist is the same one that was on the break page, so you can still access that. So if it says the grading company, then it's graded. If it doesn't, then that's just my assessment on condition. So of course, we're talking pre-war here, so nothing super high grade, but that does not detract from the value or the beauty of these cards. I mean, these things are, we're talking a century old, some of them older, some a little bit less, but we can round to a century. So we've got everything from some E95 Philadelphia caramel cards all the way to 33 Gaudis with some T205s, T207s sprinkled in the mix. So what we'll do, if this is your first time breaking with us, we've got our list here with 90 names in it. However many spots you bought, that's how many times your name is in this list. We'll paste it into random.org's list randomizer. We'll randomize it 3 times so it's nice and shuffled up. And then on that 3rd time, that'll be the one that sticks. We will then copy that randomized list of names, paste it right next to this checklist. So whoever's name comes out of the randomizer in spot number 1 will get the E95, Frank Chance card. Whoever's name comes out of the randomizer, in spot 30 gets the Mathewson. Now, we will read through all 90. I won't show all 90, so some of them we'll just skip over showing, and it should be a lot of fun. So we'll get to see a nice sampling of some different sets from the era, as well as see who hit the big hits. And then as soon as the break's over, I will post this post the sorted results for your reference. Congrats to David Brown for winning the free spot in the break. Hey Jeff, good to see you in the chat, man. It's been a while to catch you on the broadcast, so glad to see you. So congrats to David. If you don't get in on those free spot giveaways, you really should. I always post it up on Facebook and Twitter, every now and then Instagram, but really I don't quite get the Instagram. I guess I'm too old. I don't know. But give away a free spot in most of our breaks that have 100 spots or more. This one, we were close enough at 90, so gave one away anyways. So good luck on those. So we'll go ahead without any further ado, get this random going. All right, 90 names, copied, pasted. All right, now again, we'll randomize this 3 times. Good luck. 1, 2, 3. All right. Scooch that over just a touch, but not that far, and not that far. And it's thinking. All right, I'll insert a cell here so we're lined up 1 to 1. Let me make these just a little bit smaller so we can see everything all in one place. Beautiful. All right, now a little smaller window so we don't see too much at once. Spot 1, the E95 Chance goes to Jeffrey Carlson. Here is the Chance. Nice looking SGC1, and it is a 1 because there's some paper loss on the back, but really nice card. Love the Philadelphia caramel set. A lot of these caramel cards from this era have really gone underappreciated for the last decade, in my opinion. Some really classy looking cards, but I hear you, Paul. I hear you. Nothing like vintage cards. E95 Wiltsey goes to Fred Mose. This is an SGC 2.5. I mean, gorgeous color. Fantastic looking cards. Right, we'll get into some of our T205s here. We've got, now y'all have to forgive me because some of these guys, I'm going to say it the way I've always said it in my head. No idea if these guys' names are right. So Dustin, you get the Abacchio. See, I can't even say it out loud. We've got Leon Ames goes to Joseph Cerullo. Ames is a nice looking one here. PSA 3. which in my opinion, we're talking pre-war. PSA 3 is like mid-grade. So nice gold border, which really they did like this flecking on the border, which is pretty cool. I don't know if you can, it comes through very good on webcam, but man, it's gorgeous in person. If you've never had one of these, love the T205s. Let's see, the Austin goes to Jared Houston. Batch goes to Chris Felderman. Batch here is love those designs. So he's a PSA 2. This is a polar bear, so polar bear there. Little tobacco stain for good measure. Then the Ames here was see a sweet caporal. So the different tobacco cards at different companies that they're advertising for that were all part of the the big tobacco trade organization, which I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But then we got Bergen goes to Dustin Norton. Bergen here's SGC 4. We've got Bescher goes to Thomas Bissett. We've got Birmingham goes to Jared Houston. See, I'm from Alabama, so I want to say Birmingham. I'm guessing his name wasn't Birmingham. Let's see, Blackburn goes to Michael Newman. Bransfield goes to Jared Houston. Briscoe Lord goes to James Hop. Byrne goes to Kyle Kaysen. Kerrigan goes to Joseph Cerullo. Dixon goes to Bradley O'Connor. Darity, White Sox goes to Scott Owens. Always like this card too. SGC 2. Then we've got Engel goes to Sandra Araños. Ewing goes to Angelo. Ferguson goes to Paul Ron. Fletcher goes to Greg Ritzer. Ford goes to Russell Gomes. Frick goes to Angelo. Here's the Frick. PSA 2. Frick was also a polar bear. Here, get us a different back here in a second, I think. Let's see, we've got George Graham goes to Chris Felderman. Then George Gibson goes to Paul Ron. There's Gibson for the Pirates, PSA 3. Piedmont back on this one. Then we've got, oops, got distracted, sorry. Herzog goes to Bill Floyd. Hudgens goes to Dustin Norton. PSA 3 on the Hudgens. Then we've got Jack Murray goes to Vincent Bonanno. Lennox goes to Nathan Shelton. Livingston goes to Michael Swafford. And Christy Mathewson goes to Jeffrey Gahn. Nice one to tune in for, Jeffrey. Got the Mathewson here. Really gorgeous looking card. SGC Authentic. Don't ask me what's wrong with it. I mean, maybe it's a hair short. Maybe. You can just, see barely through that space in the gasket, but I don't know. It's a gorgeous card. Gorgeous card. Some of these you just never get tired of looking at. But we should move on. Okay. McElveen goes to Matt Pottle. PSA 3. Now, I'm not showing even all the graded hits. I mean, a lot of these cards are graded through here. I mean, plenty of 30, 40, $50 cards that aren't even showing up here as hits. Well, probably all the $50 ones, but definitely some 30 and 40s that aren't. Moran goes to David Fairbairn, and if you want to know, the conditions on the checklist as well, I'll make sure the conditions on the sorted one I post. I just didn't have room to show everything on the screen here. Oldring goes to Russell Gomes. Paskert goes to Paul Ron. Phelps goes to Jamin Castleman. Rucker goes to Pete Stanley. There's the Knapp Rucker, SGC 3 for the Brooklyn Dodgers. It's a sweet capital. It's not in that red font on the back. All the little variations from card to card, and the little minor differences they had depending on when they were printed are just so fascinating. All right. Then we've got Schaefer, goes to Jeffrey Gahn. Schaefer's an SGC 4. A little bit of toning on the gold on this one, which is also interesting. But SGC 4 on it. Schley goes to Jamin Castleman. Schmidt goes to Vincent Bonanno. Scott goes to David Brown. All right, congrats, David. Nice free spot for you. You got a T205 graded SGC4. Nice hit for your free spot for sure, man. Congrats. This one's a Piedmont. All right, then we've got Sheen for the Rustlers. Goes to Rich Anton. Now the Sheen is a pretty sweet one. Sheen's a cycle back, which is a little bit tougher. Nice hit for you, Rich. See there, cycle cigarettes. We've got Simmons goes to Duke Puckett. Stanage goes to David Falk. Tannehill goes to Matt Pottle. Tim Jordan goes to John St. Martin. Now that's Sporting News. Doesn't look like I pulled that. I meant to. Here, bear with me a second. I'm going to show you all the Sporting News. So I don't think we've had one of those in a break before. Yeah, you're there. Oops, I hit the camera. Forgive me. All right. So Sporting News. So their catalog designation is M116. They're really nice looking cards. The back's some of the coolest part. Unfortunately, this one does have paper loss, but nice blue text. Oh, Jeff, thanks for closing it out for us. So we'll do the 79 tops break as well. Pack break. Then we've got Bobby Wallace with cap. Goes to Paul Ron. There's your Hall of Famer Paul. SGC2 on the Wallace for the St. Louis Browns. We've got White goes to Nick Frank, and Wiltsey goes to Jason Shepard. Then we're into our T207s. So not done a whole lot of T207s in our mixer breaks in the past. We've had a couple, but got a nice little grouping in this one. So Ball goes to Jeffrey Gahn. T207s are characterized by their brown background, which is going to kind of look black because of my lighting here. But that's a brown background. Really nice glossy finish on these cards. And this is Recruit Little Cigars. A couple of different types of backs in T207s, which honestly I'm not nearly as familiar with as the T205s and 6s, but they are gorgeous. We got Barry goes to Angelo. Chemnitz goes to Mark O. Chemnitz and wind up. The thing I love about these pre-war cards is, man, they're really just works of art. I mean, nobody took a picture and just put it in a computer, but man, they really are works of art. Just fantastic detail. Yeah, the T207s definitely have a little bit of a unique look. Oh, and I didn't show the berry. Here's the berry. So it's a horizontal card. We've got Chalmers. Oh, and the Chemnitz went to Mark O. Chalmers goes to John Farstfelt. Covington goes to Angelo. Devlin goes to Vincent Bonanno. Fromm goes to Thomas Bissett. Gardner goes to Jeffrey Nepa. Hageman goes to Nathan Shelton. Latham goes to David Brannick. Leafield goes to Jared Houston. Lennox goes to Vincent Bonanno. Lively goes to Todd Sass. Milan or Milan, depending on where you're from, goes to Paul Ron. Morgan goes to John St. Martin. O'Brien goes to John Farstfelt. Yeah, Jeff, I've actually got 4 or 5 of those in stock, so I should put an 80 tops basketball up soon. I'll do that probably in conjunction with the modern mixer break that goes on sale later this week. Add a little spice. Then T207 Willie goes to Josh Bailey. Got Williams goes to Todd Billings. Like the Williams, I know some of you guys are catcher collectors, especially if they got the old chest protector on them. There's a Williams with a chest protector for you. He's also a Yankee, if that's your thing. Right, then Wiltsey goes to Jared Houston. Wolverton goes to Jeffrey Nepa. Such a good name, Wolverton. Zeter goes to Chris Felderman. Then we got some strip cards. So the W514, the Collins goes to James Hopp. Whiteman goes to David Brannick. And the W551 goes to, which is Baker, that goes to Greg Ritzer. So here's the Frank Baker. These are strip cards. They were issued in strips, and so they're hand cut. You know, they weren't in packs as single cards. There's Baker, but man, some of the images are cool. They've been underappreciated in the past. They've really seemed to have picked up in popularity. They're all blank backs. Really picked up in popularity over the last few years. Bancroft goes to Todd Sass. We got 2 Bancrofts, and the other one goes to Randy Jones. So that's 73 and 74. So you can check the checklist and see which one of those y'all got, guys, because I don't have those in front of me. Then Barnes goes to Vincent Bonanno. Then the Speaker, which is a fantastic card, goes to Jason Shepard. As long as I don't crush the camera with it. There's a Speaker. That's a PSA 5. Now, you might ask me, how come some of these hand-cut cards get number grades and some of them don't? And I'll be honest with you, I'll say I have no idea. Some nice hit on the Speaker there, and it's a PSA 5, so really nice hit. There we go, that's better focus. Really nice hit for you, Jason. And same set, Jeffrey hit the Stingel, 1.5 here. The other cool thing about strip cards is sometimes the images are grossly inaccurate, which is also fun. Right, so we got Frisch goes to Joseph Cerullo. Right, now we're into the Goudies. I only picked out a couple of these to show you. We've got Lafayette Thompson, goes to Chris Felderman. Taylor goes to Dave Fairbairn. Fonseca goes to Michael Swafford. And the Ruth goes to Joseph Cerullo. Huge hit, Joseph. Yellow background Ruth, I mean. Of course, this one's trimmed, but does not detract from the fact that that's a tough card. So if you've noticed, I actually got a group of all 4 roosts that were all 4 trimmed, and they've made their way into mixer breaks over the last few months. They were all from the same collection, all pulled off of the same scrapbook, which was pretty cool. Right. So we got Tom Zachary goes to Justin Loza. Got Oswald Blug goes to Bill Floyd. Woody English goes to Jeffrey Gahn. Flint Rim goes to Kyle Kaysen. Ray Binge goes to Russell Gomes. Al Sporer goes to Dave Fairbairn. Billy Hargrave goes to Ettore Siafe. Oh, and the Hargrave I was going to show because it's a nice looking PSA 4. And then George Wahlberg goes to Nathan Shelton. All right. So that'll do it for the pre-war mixer break. Let me get a couple things moved around here, and we'll jump into '86 football break. So I've got a PSA 8 pack, '86 football. I will say, last time we did '86 football, I was the pack says 17. Oh, Kyle, it's close, man. That is close. The last time we did '86 football, we sold 17 spots because it says 17 cards, one glossy card. And so the first '86 football pack we did, that's the way it laid out. So 18 cards, 17 normal, and then the glossy. Well, last time we only had 16. So I was like, well, which one should it be? So I went and watched several, and it should be 17 plus the glossy. So if for some reason a pack gets shorted one, that last spot will get refunded. Let's see, got my penny sleeves. All right. Okay, so we've got '86 Topps football wax pack. Got a group break here. So 17 spots. We've got 17 cards plus the one glossy card. So we'll random off the glossy at the end as well as the wrapper. So a couple extra little bonus cards for everybody. So we'll randomize the order of these spots. So we'll randomize this list of names 3 times. Whoever's name comes out on top will get card number 1, which is on top here. Whoever's name comes out 17 will get the last card in the pack. And we'll go in order down the list. So we'll get this random going. Get a new list randomizer up here. All right, so we've got 3 participants. Good luck, everybody. So here's 1, 2, 3. So there's our order. We got David on top, Jason on bottom. Make that a little bigger for you. Perfect. All right, now I get to crack into this thing. So good luck, everybody. All right. Okay. There's our flip. Get our debris out of the way here. Okay. So here's our pack. Got our piece of gum there, pretty obviously. Here's or seal. Okay. Good luck, everybody. All right. So gum is not firmly affixed, which is always a good sign. It did leave some residue. So spot number 1 is David's. Ernest Jackson. Okay, spot number 2 is also David. Rick Carls. Pretty nice centering on that one. Right, spot 3. This is Jason. Andre Reed. Shifted just a little left and north, but nice clean card. Spot 4, David again. Greg Coleman. Spot 5, Kenny Easley. Spot 6, Jason. Bernie Kosar. Good old Bernie. Spot 7, this is David. Got Joey Browner. Spot 8 is Vincent. Kind of stuck here to the glossy. So Cliff Odom, spot 8. Again, we'll random that glossy. Here it is. Just a little bit of foxing there from those cards being stuck together. It's Luis Lips. And spot 9. This is also Vincent. Kurt Son. Open up a new pack of penny sleeves here. And 9. Or no, that was 9. 10, Jason Shepard. It's Tony Dorsett. running back for the Cowboys. In 10, we've got the Oilers with Moon throwing the bomb. That's 11, goes to Jason as well. We will end up doing that 79 pack break here in just a second. If you aren't reading the chat, Jeffrey, close that out for us. Right, so spot 12, Leonard Marshall. That was David. Spot 13 is Vincent. John Spagnola. Spot 14 is Vincent. Lomas Brown. I think he was in. His name's familiar because it just stuck out to me. Yeah, the Dorset one. It's not a bad hit. Right, David's got spots 15, which is here. Jerry Ellis. And 16, well, I'll be John Brown. This pack did the same thing. So this is 16 with Dickerson. So Jason, you'll get a refund for spot 17, since this one was shorted as well. Just messes with me. All right, so we'll go ahead and random off the wrapper and the glossy card. So the wrap, we'll randomize this list one more time. The wrapper will go to the first spot on top, and the glossy card will go to the second. So here we go. So David gets the wrapper, Vincent gets the glossy. All right, so I'll save that. So that'll do it for the 86 Topps football pack. We'll do the 79 baseball. Just had to pardon me a moment while I pull the list of orders on that one. Here, let me switch cameras, or switch angles so I don't, or here, I can do it this way, can't I? I can say, boom, yeah, just, I don't want to accidentally show y'all anybody's address or anything. Okay, so I'll pull this list real quick. So that is all set up. Let me get this screen back on here. All right, so we've got a few more participants in this one. Oops, let me start the recording here. So we've got our 79 Topps Baseball Wax Pack Group Break. 12 cards in the pack, 12 spots. Every spot gets a card. We'll randomize our list of names 3 times. It'll be that third time that sticks, and once it's nice and shuffled up. So whoever's name comes out in spot number 1 on top will get the card on top. Whoever's name comes out number 12 will get the card on the back. All right. So we'll randomize first, and then we'll crack into this, and then after we see what's inside, we'll randomize the wrapper off as well. Okay, so let's copy this list. Yeah, good luck, everybody. Get a new window for a new randomizer. All right, here's 1, 2, and 3. All right, so there's our list. Got David on top, Derek on bottom. All right. Okay, good luck, everybody. All right, I think I can use the screwdriver to get the rest off here. All right, there is our flip. All right. Sometimes these things just don't want to come out once you get to this phase. There we go. All right. Our 79 pack. Again, card number 1, card number 12. All right, so just flip those around. Yeah, so this is the back with the wax. Here we go. Now I'm second guessing myself, guys. Let me go back and watch the video real quick, because I can't remember which one came out of which side. Forgive me for this delay, but I don't want to say you've got a card when you don't. And okay, so that's Billy's the 12th spot. Okay, good deal. So I had it right. Okay, forgive me. Just want to make sure I didn't get those flipped around. Oh man, that's awesome, Jeff. Good stuff. Nothing like remembering times when we were kids, right? All right, spot number 1, Terry Forster. So I started packs a little bit later than that. All right, so we got spot number 2. This is Jeff, Rick Miller. But yeah, I remember as a kid, I had severe allergies. I had to get allergy shots 3 times a week. And my reward for not just pitching a total fit while getting my allergy shots was I'd get to go to the store and get a pack of cards afterward. Right, 3's Derek. We've got Pablo. Oh my goodness, look at that mustache. That is fantastic. And just no hair whatsoever in the middle, which is just fascinating. I say that because I've never been much of a beard person, but the isolation time that we're all in, I've gone like 3 weeks now without shaving. Now this is spot 4. Jim gets Ron LaFleur, and I've got a gap in the same spot as old Pablo there did. Spot 5, Jerry Turner. Love those Padres uniforms. Yeah, never heard of Pablo. Man, like a mustache like that, you'd think we'd have all heard of him. All right, spot 6. David Falk gets Ron Say. All right, spot 7, Jeffrey Gahn. There's a Hall of Famer. Johnny Bench, NL All-Star. Right, spot 8, Derek. It's Jim Rooker. Spot 9 and 10 are both Cody. There's Jerry Garvin. And 10, John Matlack. Just wanted to say Matlock so bad. All right, 11, Roger Metzger. And 12, Derek Peaster gets Bill Lee. Bill does have just a touch of wax there. I don't know if you can see it. Yep, no big rookies in this one. Dude, Derek, that's awesome about hitting the Aussie. What was the centering like on it? Yeah, a lot of those are off center, but dude, that's a cool hit. Very cool hit. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for buying in. I will work on getting these sorted and shipped out over the next few days, and I'm a little behind, as some of you probably have guessed, but I'll get caught up, and then we'll get a modern mixer on the docket later this week, and we'll get some cool pack breaks to go along with it, so not just modern stuff. Then after that, well, so we'll put an 80 tops basketball break up later this week as well to go with that modern mixer, and then I updated this the other day and I've forgotten what order I put it in. So upcoming breaks, we've got 54 Bowman the next week, and 64 tops, 72 to round out the month. 72 baseball. Got a couple of vintage basketball sets I'd like to do a break on. 86 seems to sell better than everything else, but I've got a 57 set that I think we'll try in May, so it should be good fun. And so yeah, we'll throw in some packs to the mix, a couple of those each week as well, just to keep things mixed up. So thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for buying in, and this is Burl. Have a great rest of your Sunday evening, folks. Stay safe, stay healthy.